tables have turned literally because we've got a rematch now in top 4. Andrew Weaver versus Dina Ibrahim, and we've got Dina now on your bottom tier as opposed to Andrew from before. But it's going to be fun to see exactly who wins this, because whoever wins this match is going to go to the finals of whoever wins versus Haley and Gio. So we'll see exactly what happens. This is going to be fun, guys. We've seen both of these teams already. This is the hardest part about rematches is you are basically continuing your best of 3, and it is so stressful.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely stressful. And Andrew's already locked in here.
Yeah, Andrew's fast with that Yveltal stack attack on Isidore. Victory Bell, top of Coco and Groudon. For those of you who didn't see that, and if you didn't see that, where were you? No. But Dina carrying
it's Saturday. There's so many other better things to do on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Like to play Pokemon.
Exactly.
Catch a Smeargle, go outside!
Fair enough, fair enough.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, so, you know, we'd seen that that last game had really come down to that Sucker Punch kind of role there, because it was definitely one of those things where Sucker Punch had done a little bit more damage. Andrew would have won that game. So I think now it's a matter of trying to kind of balance against what you had done before, because Tapu Koko is always a scary Pokemon. We've seen that have Electrium Z. We know Palkia has a Waterium Z. And both Groudon and Kyogre here are just going to have to really battle out for the weather. It's dark outside right now, so I can't tell you exactly what the weather's like, but I don't hear rain. Yeah, I can't hear rain. Well, there's a lot of video game noises around here and card shuffling, so, you know.
We'll see.
Yeah, who knows? Alright,
let's get this started.
Let's go. This might actually be a long game, too, because their other match went very long.
Yeah.
We can do this, guys. You're almost there. If you are on the East Coast, thanks for bearing with us till like, what, 10:30-ish almost for you guys?
It's like 9:15.
I don't know. My watch is like super weirdly.
It's like 9:15 right now, 9:20. But either way,
it's 6:30.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, we're gonna see Dina lead out here with Incineroar, Kartana, Andrew going for Incineroar, Tapu Koko, and we're gonna see Tapu Koko with that Electric Surge, Electric Train now on the field, and we see Andrew's Incineroar outspeed Dina's right off the bat. That definitely, it could be a speed tie, it could be that Andrew invested a bit in speed here. So either way, Dina's in a tough spot with that Kartana, though. I guess that's
yeah, I mean, like, I think somebody had once joked that Tapu Koko is like the natural enemy of Kartana, which has been very interesting because Kartana is very frail and Tapu Koko is extremely fast, despite Kartana also being a fast Pokemon. The double fake out on the field is also sort of telling. I don't think we actually know if they speed tie or not. So now it's just a matter of which one's running the careful Incineroar, I guess. And it's going to be interesting to see exactly how they kind of handle this, because it's gonna matter those fake outs.
We're going to see Kartana protect this turn. It definitely does not want to get faked out or flare blitzed. And we're going to see the fake out from Andrew's side onto Dina's Incineroar. So it looks like Andrew is going to go ahead and kind of see that his Incineroar wins the speed tie.
No, because Dina didn't go for fake out.
Oh, Dina did it right.
Because the Tapu Koko went and then the Incineroar went, so she didn't go for fake out.
Oh, no. Incineroar, Dina's Incineroar got faked out.
Right, but then it would have said that it flinched first, but Tapu Koko's move text went before him.
Ah, gotcha.
So,
right.
That's definitely something that she didn't go for fake out on. That's very interesting, yeah. But I mean, Kartana's burned the Protect now, and it's in a host of trouble right now.
It's going to switch into Kyogre here. That's a relatively safe play if Andrew doesn't call it. I mean, with Tapu Koko on the field, that's going to be devastating if Andrew expected that. But I'm going to see actually a double switch into the Kyogre Palkia here. So either way, Dina's going to get a really powerful water attacker on the field.
The only problem is that Tapu Koko, goes for the Volt Switch, is going to do a lot of it. Because it went for Volt Switch on that Kartana before, and I don't know why she had brought that Kyogre in there. That is a tough spot. I mean, unless you're trying to bring up that rain for that Palkia, that is really rough. Because now, Andrew has that opportunity to bring in the Groudon, and that's actually really rough for Dina.
Yeah.
The double switching, especially once you had seen from that Protect that Kartana was targeted down by a Volt Switch. There's no reason to not expect that to happen again. She's almost close to losing her Mon right here.
That was too close for comfort for Dina. That Kyogre barely took it. Obviously can't go for Water Spout here. There's a couple options. What do you think is going to be best here?
That's going to be rough because Palkia is going to be her best bet to take care of that Groudon, and to take care of the Groudon, she needs to protect her Kyogre. So I think we might actually just see a switch out from that Kyogre, so she can bring it in later, so that way she can save that weather for later on.
Well, we're going to get that Intimidate back on the field thanks to Incineroar. Also, fake out pressure for Dina is now in play. And the Intimidate's definitely going to make it where Andrew's in a bit of a tougher spot, but that Groudon's going to get rid of it right off the bat as we see Yveltal coming. And now we know all 4 Pokemon on both sides, so
yeah, I mean,
nothing too imagination here.
Yeah, I mean, Palkia protecting is definitely something kind of expected. U-turn, we're going to probably come back into that route. Actually, Tapu Koko, I think.
I think Coco would probably be a better spot. We don't know. Do we know the item on Andrew's Tapu Koko?
Yes, it's Electriancy.
Okay, so in this case, anything on the left side can really. We're going to see Groudon though. But anything on the left side, I think, is really going to have a hard time dealing with that, you know, whether it be the Kartana, the Palkia, or the Kyogre. It's going to be tricky.
Yeah, this is a spot where I think Dina just really painted herself into a corner. That double switching from an earlier turn was really tough to watch. Like, that's something where when that happens, it's kind of hard to come back from, because now you're trying to get Kyogre set up, but you're trying to protect Palkia, even though Palkia just protected that turn. Andrew is setting himself up for a very nice, resetting. He had reset the Intimidates. He can go for Precipice Blades. Ooh.
Palkia going to put in a substitute though, with a fake out targeting the Yveltal. And there's that Precipice Blades. I don't think it's intimidated, so Incineroar will go down. It's actually not the worst spot for Dina now. You're able to go in with Kyogre and reset the rain. Palkia, because of its substitute, is going to survive the turn, and the fake out means Yveltal doesn't move. So Dina now can go back into that Kyogre, reset the rain, kind of focus on knocking out either one of Andrew's.
So the problem is, unless you're Dina, you're gonna fake out, bring in the Kyogre, you're gonna switch it out, because Sucker Punch from Yveltal is. It's raining again. Wow! Right when Kyogre hits the field. Thanks, game. Thanks, guys. Does life imitate art, or does art imitate life?
Ooh.
Anyway, you can Sucker Punch the Kyogre unless you bring the Kyogre back and save it for later. Andrew has every option to bring out to save his Groudon for later on as well. He can sacrifice the Incineroar he has in the back to make sure that Palkia might waste its Z-move. It's really coming down, guys.
I blame Kyogre.
This is not primals yet.
We're gonna see Groudon get out of there.
God's powerless.
Groudon goes into Incineroar now. Getting intimidated is not going to matter, but fake out more important.
No, I think you're going to sacrifice the Incineroar for a Z-move here.
Well, let's see. That's definitely a possibility, because that Sucker Punch, Kyogre's gone. I mean, that Sucker Punch play was pretty much. Kyogre used Thunder. No, I'm just kidding. Sounds like it, yeah.
No,
and there's that
like
Z-Crystal.
Z-Crystal's gonna go into the incident, so yeah. That was an almost kind of textbook play right there, because you sacrifice. I don't like. Okay, sorry guys, I really don't like Thunder and Lightning. Actually, it goes into the Yveltal instead. So kind of interesting. The Groudon's gonna be safe for another day, but wow, that Assault Vest is so nice.
It is going into.
I don't like this weather.
That is nuts. It just all of a sudden picked right up there.
In case you can't tell, we all definitely live in Southern California, because none of us know how to handle rain. I'm just saying.
Kartana coming back in play.
You know what, Miguel?
And you know what, with Kartana's Sacred Sword here, it has a pretty decent play on either one of Andrews. It could maybe potentially knock out the Bacon Bird with Sacred Sword, the Yveltal there, and possibly pick up a knockout, get that Beast Boost going.
There's a fake out on Andrew's side of the field.
Oh, that's right, the Incineroar did come into play.
So the thing is, Yveltal still can go for an Oblivion Wing. Palkia already burned that Z move. It's going to switch out, going to bring back in that Groudon most likely. Wants to make sure that, Palkia is going to be kind of negated with those Hydro Pumps. The thing is, if Dina saw that coming, she can go for the Leaf Blade. Like that.
And there it is, the Leaf Blade, but it's not onto the right Pokemon here. It goes onto the Incineroar slot. Palkia gonna use that Spatial Rend out onto the Groudon.
That's a high critical hit chance, which
it doesn't look like it did. No, it didn't crit. And a Flare Blitz in the sun, targeting onto the Kartana, is going to be devastating for Dina. That Kartana's gone.
Because we do know her Kartana has been was a Bloom Doom variant. It had the grass crystal on it. I think it was a grass crystal. So honestly, Dina doesn't win this game, and I think the really tough part about this one was that double switch-in really hurt her in the end. And
last minute Hydro Pump here on this Groudon, and it is gonna knock it out. So I mean,
and pave the way for Tapu Koko.
I mean, at least she got a knockout. It's not bad. The U-turn's gonna not only put back the fake out, but At this point, it doesn't matter. The rain is stopping, by the way, and I think it's because Groudon was in play for a second.
Okay, I really like don't understand how this is like so accurate. I kind of
It's
hate
weird.
that. It's kind of terrifying, like just a little bit.
Well,
Is anybody else like a little bit concerned by this? Or is it just me? Is it just me? It's just me.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's cool. I think it's pretty awesome.
Again, does life imitate art, or does art imitate life? I love that meme so much. Anywho, game 2 will be fun, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if like, see, this is one of those instances where I think when you take a break, it kind of like really, I want to know what she was thinking about when she double switched. That was the hardest thing to watch, I think, because getting the bolt switch and then double down into was really tough. Because like, it just
Tricky.
smart.
Yeah.
I love that. I love
Now,
it.
that-
I love it, Andrew.
That Oblivion Wing onto Incineroar actually boosted both of their health here.
I mean, that was
the right play, 100%.
it's always fun when you have people who understand how to activate your own berry, right? I mean, we've seen multiple side hits before to activate berry and to help out a Pokemon.
Yeah.
I mean, this just makes it even harder for Dina to be able to be able to come back from the spot. And I think going into game 2, she had sort of the right idea. The problem is when you're facing against somebody who has a Tapu Koko on their team, and you really focus on having a Palkia and a Kyogre as setups to each other, then you're putting yourself in a really kind of tough position. So there's a critical hit.
There's the crit.
That makes sense.
And Andrew at this point just toying with Dina here. It seems that Snarl isn't going to get rid of it. And the U-turn combination is going to keep Palkia alive for one more turn somehow.
I think if you're Dina, you're okay with stalling this because you need some time to think about game 2. Because the hardest part about this game right now is for Dina. Again, when you have Palkia and Kyogre instead of like your main Pokemon is attacking, but you have Andrew's Tapu Koko, you need to figure out some way to stop that Tapu Koko from kind of just like waltzing all over your team. And that's we've seen, I think, Thunderbolt and Volt Switch from before. So this is just one of those things where it's hard. It's just really difficult to come back from taking so much damage to your Kyogre on the switch in, and almost just kind of losing it from the get-go.
And I gotta give it to Andrew there. That definitely, I think, it was Dina's double switch into the double water type there that really made it hard for her to come back. I think what you were saying with the breaks, for some reason, when you take a break, like your mind like is stopped, you know, like. And I don't know if that's what Dina was thinking. Maybe it was she had some sort of strategy that she thought would work, but forgot about the Groudon or something. But I think now that she's played the game, understood what what she did wrong in the last round, she's gonna be able to rebound here.
I just she played into a top cut match. She played Patrick. Yeah, and like once you get like from like back to back like tough matches, right? It's also just kind of really tough. Like the thing is, she doesn't have a lot to stop Tapu Koko. The best option she really has is that Stack Attacka, and I think it's hard to kind of sacrifice either Kartana or Incineroar in this matchup because fake out pressure is so nice to have. The U-turn pivot is also really nice to have for a team, especially that requires sort of command of weather, right? And so this is one of those moments where this team is nice until it faces a matchup like this, where there's almost perfect counters to every strategy that you could have.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm thinking like you said, there's almost perfect counters here. I was thinking, well, Dina could go in with Kyogre if it's Scarf and try and knock out the Tapu Koko, but then Groudon's on the field. So, you know, like, it feels like Andrew's kind of built this team, like, essentially around what Dina is thinking, you know, going for the Water-type legendaries.
It's definitely built around a Kyogre counter.
Yeah, definitely. The Water-type legendaries, the Incineroar, and then foul play on Yveltal for Cortana, and its low special defense, Oblivion Wing. It seems like Andrew really is.
I actually doubt we're going to see a victory bell this time from Andrew because that 4 that he brought was just such a commanding win for him. I think if Dina plays it a little bit differently, she could be in a better spot. Like I don't think leading with Kartana and Incineroar at the same time is her best bet. I think she needs a better way to kind of just pivot around. I think Incineroar and maybe like Kyogre or something like that might help because she can stop something with a fake out. But I think Andrew would also just kind of lead with Incineroar, and like that's kind of the problem of having the same pivot on your side.
Well, Kyogre Sarina gonna lead this time from Dina's side.
Smart.
Definitely
yeah,
a good lead here. We're gonna see Tapu Koko and Incineroar for Andrew's side. So now we can also see this Kyogre is going to be Scarf. That Drizzle going to activate that ability there before the electric terrain. And there's the electric terrain. So what I'm wondering is, it's interesting.
By the way, the rain picked up again.
Did it really?
Yeah, for a little bit, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh god. I would be surprised, but I'm kind of not. But I think here that Sarina is such a good play, and it allows essentially Dina to
try to not miss power whips against Groudon.
Exactly. Prepare for a Groudon with
Yeah.
Power Whip, and I think we're going to obviously see that switch.
We actually might also just see a Helping Hand Water Spout, which would also deal a lot of damage. Because Choice Scarf Kyogre, even in the sun, is going to be absolutely devastating.
There's the Helping Hand. There it is again. Another good call there for Gina. That was great.
See, last time it was Cresselia with like the Helping Hand, and now it's Serena.
Now it's
She's
Serena.
the new Cresselia.
Yeah. That does get both of Andrew's Pokemon down, but that Groudon is going to activate. It's a Citrus area, I believe. Yeah. And their Volt switch off of Tapu Koko here. Now we know that Dina's Kyogre was able to survive that last time, so it is going to take it again. And Andrew now going into whatever really he wants. Incineroar is a wise play. Both of them are really good here. Yeah, there it is. Either one has a good option to counter that Sarina, and we know with Kyogre locked onto Water Spout, there's a good chance Dina's swapping that out.
I mean, yeah, Kyogre's definitely gonna have to leave the field because it's just not the damage output from it, and the weather just isn't really good. Serena, if it's the same defensively as we'd seen earlier Serenas, it can go for a U-turn and bring back in and pivot somehow. The thing is, it's going to be a little tough because there's no. If she brings in an Intimidator here, to make sure that Groudon doesn't manage to knock out her Serena, she could also just pivot with an U-turn as well.
She could go for that. She could also try and power with the Groudon, get rid of it, but it's going to swap out here, going to that Incineroar. And that's another Intimidate.
I think he's still expecting a Power Whip,
I think so too. Well, that Intimidate's going to cripple Sarina in general. We're going to see Yveltal go for Oblivion Wing.
Yeah.
And it's going to target the Incineroar slot, though, instead of the Sarina slot. Sarina going to go for Power Whip instead. And yeah, like I said, the Power Whip on the Incineroar at -1, not going to do much.
I normally don't talk about nicknames on stream, but can we talk about how the fact that the Power Whip hit a Jackson named Incineroar when Jackson installed his Power Whip? Sorry, Jackson, love you.
Oh.
Anyway, love you, Jackson. I forgot he was sitting right here.
I came here to have a good time.
Well, you're getting attacked because you're playing Smash, so sorry.
Well, we're gonna see the Palkia here switch in from Dina's side, and the Fake Out gonna connect with her Incineroar. There's the Oblivion Wing once again from Andrew's Yveltal. That's gonna target the Palkia this time, and it actually does a good amount of damage.
I think the best option, here now, is you protect your Palkia, you U-turn with your own Incineroar, you bring back in that Kyogre, and then next turn you'll have the option of that Palkia, if it's sticking around for another while or so, is going to be able to deal some damage with the Hydro Pumps. You can go for Spatial Rends. The thing is Dina has to play a pivot game a lot more than Andrew does because she's always going to be on the back, the back foot here.
Yeah. Well, you are going to see that Spatial Rend is going to connect with the Yveltal, but does very little damage. And the Snarl is just going to even make that less than it already is. Palkia, not very especially defensive from what we've seen. It took a good amount of damage from that Snarl. Incineroar does also get that special attack buff, but it's not going to help. The knockoff revealing that item from Dina, which was the Figgy Berry, but it also, more importantly, is going to make sure that Dina's Incineroar can no longer recover. Flare Blitz targeting the Yveltal. It does do around 40% here in the sun, so it's still going to be a tough spot.
With that berry knocked off, there's no recovering that health, and
essentially Dina really needs, if she's going to keep the Palkia in, she needs to crit it.
Yeah, it's a tough spot for her. She was doing really well pivoting early on, and I think she has to realize how to put herself in a better position here. Andrew is kind of taking advantage of the fact that Serena's off the field, Kyogre's in the back. He is doing the best he can to bulk up that Yveltal again. I think you can just knock out either the Palkia or the Incineroar if you really go for a Sucker Punch right now, right? Incineroar can be knocked out. You can try to just manually switch out that Incineroar on Andrew's side. But
what's happening? We're gonna see Kyogre come in now from the Dina side at 55 health, and with Yveltal, but that Snarl, that's a bit scary here.
The scary part is the Sucker Punch as well against the Palkia.
There it is. And but Palkia takes it, goes for the Hydro Pump onto the Yveltal in the rain. Not enough to knock
That
out.
snarl is so important.
That Snarl was the crucial. That was it. That was the deciding factor there. U-turn going to make sure that this Incineroar gets into a better spot. Now you can go to Groudon pretty safely here, especially with Sucker Punch.
Groudon's not going to be like intimidated.
No.
You have Precipice Blades. Nothing that Dina really has to take it. Oblivion Wing is going to take care of her Serena.
I think Andrew's going to take this match here.
This is an almost textbook endgame. Like Andrew's like best option really is to like set himself as much as like what you actually it depends. Because if you protect the Palkia and she switches out the Kyogre and you try to Sucker Punch with Yveltal, you're in trouble, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
If you can hit, but like if you don't call that and like she hits the Hydro Pump onto Groudon, or you Origin Pulse and you hit both of them and like you do enough damage, she actually still is sort of in it.
I don't know. This is super tricky. Dina's really gonna need to think a lot through as she brings out the Incineroar. She's got 3 Pokemon in the red. I mean,
so it doesn't mean she can't win it.
No. I mean, getting out that Kyogre is definitely smart to reset the rain there. There's that Sucker Punch, but it fails. It goes on to that Kyogre slot. Oh! But the Hydro Pump misses on Groudon.
Oh my god!
Precipice Blades is going to miss on
low accuracy
Palkia.
move, guys. This is what happens. Okay, so that was actually one of like the best options that like Dina had because you had to call that 50-50 and Andrew had to call it as well. So missing the Sucker Punch on allowed. Oh god, this is actually where you Sucker Punch now.
Yeah.
You 100% Sucker Punch here.
You have to. And it has to be. I'm thinking Sucker Punching Kyogre.
You have to because it's Choice Scarf, right?
Yeah.
So oh my god. Actually, you can also switch out Kyogre again.
You could.
And you can protect with Palkia and then fake out the Sucker Punch. I don't like 50-50s. Like the Sucker Punch makes this so stressful.
It is. That is essentially the secret weapon of Yveltal. That's what makes it so powerful.
I will say, Dina's last turn was so nicely played. Like she knew exactly what she had to do. She faked out with that Kyogre and was like, "I remember Sucker Punch. We're getting rid of like we're gonna switch that out. We're not doing this again, guys."
Well, Groudon's going out in favor of Incineroar. At this point, if she goes for the double water attack, she's gonna hit something, but that's definitely the risky play. There's that Sucker Punch. It is gonna target the Kyogre. So this Palkia now is gonna be able to attack with the Watery MZ.
Like
is that going out to the former Groudon slot now Incineroar? Or do you think it's going
I think she's gonna go into Yveltal because Yveltal's a bigger threat right now. This place is like, yeah, but she's still. I think she's still. Wait, she has Incineroar in the back. No, she has Serena.
She has Serena, yes.
Oh, it's going into. Oh, that was. I don't like that.
I don't know if that was the right play. Well, no, I lied because Serena in the back means Sucker Punch is gone now. And Palkia, I think, does barely outspeed the Yveltal, so there is still a shot here. I don't know. You know what, Dina? I think.
Well, Andrew has 3 Pokemon, so he has a Tapu Koko.
He has the Tapu Koko in the back, yeah. So going into Serena is definitely the right play here, but I think
it's the only play she has. Like, it's her only Pokemon left.
Definitely a play that will work for her, I should say.
I mean, nah, because Tapu Koko is fast. It's gonna take out. But Tapu Koko is fast. You take out the Palkia unless you try to protect. You go for Oblivion Wing onto Serena.
Yeah.
There's actually not a lot.
I think because the Tapu Koko was saved for Andrew, that's really what gave him the win. Because thinking about it, if it was just Groudon, it would be tricky.
It was like 100% Andrew's game because we knew he had electricity too. So
that's gonna definitely target onto that Palkia, get rid of it.
Actually, it'd be really fun to see if it actually hits this Serena.
Let's see.
I don't know. If you're just actually no, that's to protect just in case the Palkia went for the protect as well. So you just guarantee the knockout here. Serena isn't gonna survive like an Oblivion Wing, and you still also have one more Pokemon in the back that you don't Sucker Punch, you Oblivion Wing because you know that Serena was the only Pokemon left. And Tapu Koko is still fast, and you just go for like a Thunderbolt on terrain. Like even with that much like HP left, you try to go for the Tapu Koko, sure, but you're gonna take another Oblivion Wing. So I mean.
The Power Whip, it's going to connect here with the Tapu Koko. So, you know, Tapu Koko's gone, but at this point, the Oblivion Wing is what sealed the deal, I think.
So, Andrew takes the second game, which means our finals. Why does this feel like a familiar finals? Andrew versus Gio, I feel like.
I think that's happened before, I think
Probably. Anyway, so Sucker Punch Yveltal, guys.
No.
So.
We're going to see it in the next game, too. I'm wondering how it's going to do against Gio's team.
Dina, I'm so proud of you, though, for making it so far. Anyway. Yeah, so that was fun. I love when low accuracy moves miss, right guys? No, just kidding.
I would, you know what? Let's watch this Serena go for outspeed the Yveltal, go for the high drop kick right now.
She's hit all her power whips. She's hit all her power
That deserves an applause because that is harsh, especially on Serena. With
Hey, you know what? I'm just saying Serena in general. Jackson's being big. Anyway, good job to both players. That was a really fun 2 games to watch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get some water.
I think I'll go read that.
We're gonna let these two kind of just take a quick break before they hop into finals. So, catch you guys on the flip side.